Hey folks, SoloGamer here, and we're playing another game of Mansions of Madness. And we are still on the Forbidden Alchemy expansion, and we are going to be playing the Lost in Time and Space scenario. Now, as the keeper, I get to start with Returning Visitor, Command Minion, Hunters of Time and Space, Traps and Treachery, and Evil Presence. And I start with 2 threat and 2 Mythos cards. Our heroes are going to be Carolyn, Fern, and Kate Winthrop. Power the female. Kate starts with her Flux Stabilizer, and Carolyn starts with her Walther Model 9. So, let's get going. Let's start. The story so far. The headlines proclaimed, local scientist unravels mysteries of time and space. You were skeptical, but a friend invited you to a private conference where Dr. Sign was discussing his findings with the scientific community. In front of a dozen attendees, Dr. Sign presented his work. This rat, his voice boomed as he held up a glass cage, has been dead for weeks, stranger. He pointed a bony finger at you. Would you care to verify my claim? You waded through the crowd and onto the stage. Most of the rat's skull was clearly visible, and the rest of its body appeared to be in the late stages of decomposition. You warily confirmed that the rat was dead. But there was a time when this rat was alive, he said, with a smirk. Sign retrieved an object from his pocket. The device was small and covered in brass gears and blinking lights. He turned the dial on the device, which produced an ominous hum. Behold, he shouted, again lifting the cage. Slowly the rat sat up. The crowd burst into stunned applause as he explained his findings, something about the nature of time. But in truth, you were no longer listening. This was no trick. You saw the fur on the back of the rat's head stitch itself back together. Okay, and we're going to have some kind of special things and time periods and all kinds of different stuff in this game. So let's do the prologue. The paper carried disturbing news. Vanished. Brilliant mind disappears. Sign's whereabouts, as far as you are concerned, are inconsequential to the truth hidden in his labs. You sneak into his backyard and almost fall into a large hole in the ground. You shakily regain your balance. You realize you almost fell into an open grave. At the bottom rests a corpse, its skin burnt away with malicious precision. Someone has been operating on humans. Okay, and that's where we're at. So let's go ahead and start. We'll start with Kate. And well, we have a obstacle here in the grave. So we'll move her 1, and she will unearth that. And that is a puzzle box. And so already we got to solve a rune, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so she solved the puzzle box here, easy peasy. I don't know why I say that. And she found a knife, which, okay. So that's 2 actions for her, and we'll move her back here. Well, we'll move Kate here, and where do we want to go? Or Carolyn, I'm sorry. Well, we'll start with her. We'll move her 1. She'll explore. Nothing of interest. And we will move her 2. Alright, so now it's the keeper's turn. And let's put a time token on the card here. I'll gain 2 threat. And let me see what I can do. Office, chapel, nope. Nope. Alright, so let's see here. I can do traps and treachery. No, Ellen did not. Nope. Okay, well, let's see here. Let me think. Okay, well, I just want to go over some of the cards in the trap deck with you, just so you'll be familiar with them. We have Poisonous Chemical, False Clue, a couple false clues, Unstable Rift, Hunting Things, Tripwire, Incendiary Device. So we're going to make a deck with this, and we're going to put some Nothing of Interest cards in there, and of course we're going to put this deck under the Traps and Treachery. So let me do that. Okay, and let me go over another thing in here. Now we have these time period cards. the present, the future, the past. Of course, now it starts on the present. I put this little token on there I can't find my time token, but I put that on there to show that it's the present. During the game, time is going to fluctuate. And so when time fluctuates, we'll have to do certain things. Now, certain things will trigger the time fluctuating. I'm able to make the time fluctuate, and so like that. So, but that'll we'll go to get to that when it comes. But I still have these, and I will spin 2 threat here, and I will put a traps and treachery card. And it says I can look at the top card of the trap deck, then place it in any room underneath any lock cards and on top of any exploration or obstacle cards in the room. Okay, which I'm going to do. But I'm changing this to kind of keep it even. I am not going to look at the top card of the trap deck, okay? I'm not going to look at it. And I'm going to put it in any room, and I will put it right on top of here. So we don't know what could happen there. So that's 2 threat I spent on that. And let's see. I will get another Mythos and Trauma card. No, I don't have any on that. Alright. And that will leave me with 1 threat, and I will save that. Okay, so it's our hero's turn, and we start with Kate again. And I will take Kate, and she will move 1, 2, and she will explore, and she finds cult robes. Okay, Carolyn here. Let's see where Carolyn can go. We can go 1. She can kind of look at this lock and try to see it, and that's what we'll do. And she will look at that lock. That door is a sealed door. The door will simply not open. Okay, so that door is there. So that was 1, 2, and 3. And she finds a lantern. Okay, so I gained 2 more threat. Let's put another time token on the thing here. And let me see if anybody's in. Well, we do. I had to have somebody in the laboratory. Okay, a dozen vials of various colored liquid seem to call out to you. Without realizing it, you reach out and grab one, bringing it up to your lips. Test willpower. I got to spend 2 threat to do that, but I will do that. She will test her willpower, and her willpower is going to be 7. Yeah. Okay, so she passed. So we don't have. She doesn't have to worry about that. That leaves me with 1 threat, and I will go ahead. I will go ahead and just say that threat. Alright, so it's the hero's turn. And we have Kate again. Let's see here. Where do we send her? Shoot. Alright, well, let's try to keep everybody together. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we will 1, 2, and she will explore. And let's see what we find in this room here. We found a clue. The room is filled. Dusty old. That doesn't make any sense. The room is filled dusty. The room is filled with dusty old journals and scribbled notes illustrating Dr. Sign's eccentric, obsessive genius. After snooping around, you finally find it. The time machine. Tucked behind the device is a piece of paper with a series of numbers, followed by the words, "You can always trust your cook." Huh, okay. So we found a time machine. And, okay. And we have a combination. Okay, so that was her turn. And now let us put a time token. Let me get 2 threat. Put a time, and we have an event now. So let's see what event happens. Alright. Well, we are in the present. So we have to resolve. A Bayaki ambushes you. The keeper chooses an exploration card, but not a key or story card, on investigator and shuffles it into the trap deck. Okay. And shuffles it into the trap deck. Okay, so basically we'll take the lantern and shuffle that into the trap deck, which I will go ahead and do that now. Let me shuffle. Okay, so we have the bad key and ambushed Kate. Okay, but she has that flux stabilizer, so there was no point me putting there, so I put it there on Carolyn, because that was stupid for me to put it on Kate. So the Bayhaki ambushes. So it's the monster's turn. I have 2 threat. But first, well, you know what? Before the monster attacks, I'm going to spend 2 threat and do this, because she's still in the laboratory. Or who's in the laboratory? Kate. And she's going to have to test her willpower. And Kate has a willpower of 6. -1. As she fails, a Dusty Tome calls you. Take 1 horror, and then you may let the keeper gain 3 threat to draw a spell card of your choice. Well, I'm not going to let him do that, but I will take 1 horror. Okay, and then now it's a panic. What am I going to do? There's nothing I can do. I need to get out of here right now. I need to get out. The keeper may immediately move you up to 3 spaces, then discard this card. Okay, so I'm going to move her up to 3 spaces. So I will move her 1, 2, 3. Alright, so she can't help her. And then the Bayaki now will attack Carolyn. Let's see. The monster lurches forward head first, trying to knock you over. Test strength. Okay, her strength is 3. Okay, she's going to spend a skill point to help with the luck there. And she fails. You waited too long. If the monster's in the same space, take 2 damage. I'm sorry. You're not. The monster damages you and you are stunned. Okay, so she's stunned. Let's put a stun token there. And the monster's going to do 1 damage to her. Which is not bad, but, you know, what are you going to do? Okay, so it's Kate's turn. Kate ran like hell. Let's try to get her back over here to help out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, she's stunned, so she can't do anything. And that's it. So let's put another time token on the card. Let me gain 2 threat. And let me see what I want to do. Oh boy. Alright, I'll get another Mythos and Trauma card. Damn. Okay, maybe I'll spend 2 threat and put a Traps and Treachery card. And I'll put 1 here. Okay. So it's the hero's turn. So we're going to have Kate go. And Kate's going to move 1, of course. And she can actually look at this lock and see what this lock is going to be. Rune lock door. Well, she's not going to solve it though. She's going to attack the bait. And she has the knife. And that's a sharp melee weapon. Let's see, it's a ranged weapon. Ranged weapon. Ranged. Okay, you see a momentary opening. You may test your marksmanship +1. Okay, her marksmanship is 5, +1 would be 6, so let's test that. Okay, pass. Alright, the blade sinks into the beast's back. Deal weapon damage +1 and drop this weapon. Well, that kind of sucks. Alright, so this thing's going to take 4 damage and then she has to drop that weapon. Okay. 4 damage. Okay. Alright. Alright, so that was... Yeah, she was right here, so that's moved one. Attacked. And she can try to do that rune lock puzzle. Alright, let's do that rune lock puzzle. Okay, she did it, so she gets to go and move into there, but she can't explore. Now it's Carolyn's turn. Now Carolyn will attack first things first. She has the gun. Okay. The beast seems unfocused. Test marksmanship. That's 5. Okay. That's a good one there. The distraction work, deal weapon damage. You may move the monster 1 space. Okay. So we will do that. So we will move the monster 1 space. Dang it. I didn't mean to do that. So the monster moved 1 space. Let's put that there. And we dealt weapon damage. And the weapon damage on that is 4. Attacking, you may attack the same monster a second time with a -1 to the attribute test. Ooh, okay. Well, I will do that. That's that Walter model. Alright. So that's going to be... Oh, wait a minute. I gotta do that card. Alright, test intellect. Alright. Well, my intellect is 7. That's pretty good. -1. Okay. Your bullet rips into the creature and howls in pain. Deal weapon damage +2. Alright, that's going to be enough to kill this thing. So this thing is dead. Bayaki is dead. Alright. So that was her first move. She will move into here. That's 2. And let's see what this obstacle is. And this is a scouring. Past or present. Your search is fruitless. Perhaps what you're looking for isn't here. You may not explore past this card. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is probably going to have to go into the future to do that. Okay, so she attacked, she moved, and she explored. Next turn, she'll probably get to try to do that. Alright, so it's going to be put another time thing on the time token. Let me gain 2 threat. Can't do any of these. And you know what I will do? I will probably just save. Well, I'll draw 1 Mythos and 1 Trauma card. How about that? Bargaining from beyond. You hear voices in your head promising you knowledge and power from afar. You don't have to listen, but part of you wants to. You may gain up to 3 skill points. For every skill point you choose to gain, the keeper gains 2 threat. No. None of my heroes are going to take that. So it's going to be Kate's turn. Kate will explore. She finds true magic. Okay. Then she moves 1 in here, and she will pick that knife back up. Okay, so past and present, she will use the time machine. So let's see what happens there. Okay, as an action, she will use the time machine and she will travel to the future. So we are putting this onto the future, which is 2052. Then she will get rid of this, and let's see what we have here. And this is startling evidence. Okay. So that was 2 actions, and we will be 3. Move there. Okay, so I will put another time token on the thing. I get me 2 threat, and let's see. I can use hunters in time and space. This card may be only used at the time period marked. Place one-handed, containing a lock card. Alright, which I will do. I will spend my 3 threat to absolutely to do that. Put a hand of Tendelos there and a lock card, and that will be the end of this video. When we come back, we will do some more. SoloGamer saying, see you then.